Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to another episode of Modern Warfare 3 In-Depth, but this is not a normal episode of Modern Warfare 3 In-Depth. In today's episode, we're going completely off the charts, doing something very different, and I am doing a normal commentary and re-reviewing a gun, but with very few numbers. Just for your reference, this is when I was practicing for the Call of Community 2 tournament, which hasn't happened yet, but should be happening about the time I upload this video. There'll be a link down there in the description where you can go watch in the live stream. I'm playing with my buddy from Method Gaming, TF141 Ghost, and all the way from Australia, Champ Chong is on my team, lagging really hard, but despite all the lag, he decided to be a real man and stick through it. Going to change his gameplay style to camping since the lag is pretty bad, so he was playing more defensive, but he ended up helping and doing pretty good. But let's cut to the meat of this commentary and go straight to the question at hand, which is, why in the hell am I using the USAS? Especially, why in the hell am I using the USAS for a charity tournament when I don't like this gun and I completely slammed it in my previous review saying you should never use it? Well, as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. I would also say that necessity is the mother of desperation and cleverness. And I was sitting here thinking, I got to play Capture the Flag. I want to run faster. I want to have my unlimited sprint from Black Ops. I want that back. I want to be able to get all over this map faster. I'm like, well, if I want to do that, I need a submachine gun or a shotgun. I kind of feel like using a shotgun because they're kind of cool, if you ask me. Yeah, it just kind of hit me. Oh yeah, the USAS has that weird glitch with extreme conditioning built into it. Built into the gun is a different distance of sprint than any other gun in the game. Depending on who's measuring it, somewhere between 1.4 and like 1.6 of your normal sprint. So when you stack extreme conditioning on that, which is double sprint, it'll go up to almost 3 times sprinting. So you can sprint 3 times farther than anybody else at 100% of your maximum speed. So here in CTF, in these small maps, I can just about sprint from side to side on the map all the way across without stopping. I can sneak up on people. I can be extremely highly mobile, just like I was in Black Ops with the little dual Scorpions. And also, I'm rocking a gun that is pretty dangerous close range, a lot like the dual Scorpions. So this suited me pretty well. Unfortunately, the USAS really is not a good shotgun. Even though it has some interesting sprint characteristics, the stats on the shotgun itself are pretty bad. And if you're asking me, right now I'm running the shotgun raw. I don't have damage, range, or extended mags. I just had a red dot sight. So at this point in this game, it's as weak as it's ever going to get. Also, another person helped me recognize this, XJHubX. He has his own YouTube channel. He was tweeting at me about it, and he asked me to look up the statistics for the USAS, because he leveled it all the way up and got extended mags and damage, and was swearing it was just as good as any other shotgun in the game. So I looked it up. The USAS has a similar damage profile to the SPAS 12. It has the same range and the same amount of damage and pellet drop, but it has a few less pellets, so its absolute damage is a bit less. Therefore, you have to get more of your pellets to hit, or like a higher percentage of your pellets to hit to get a kill, which is kind of important in shotguns. And I started doing a little compare and contrast. It has better range than the KSG-12. It's not quite as good as the model as far as killing goes. And I compared it to the Striker, and it compares very well to the Striker because it has almost exactly the same effective range. The Striker has maybe like another half meter on it of effective range, of like percentage of shots to kill and damage over range and that sort of thing. But the Striker has 2 big differences. That's the Striker pellets drop to 15 damage a shot, which means that even at its maximum range, the Striker is doing pretty good, whereas the USAS at its maximum range with the 5 damage per pellet, it's kind of like a hit marker machine. But the Striker has less range overall than the USAS, so their effective ranges when you do all the numbers is very similar. Like the percentage of shots to kill for the Striker and the USAS is almost exactly the same. So I got to thinking about this gun. I was thinking, well, it's really about like the Striker if you had to shoot it slow and couldn't just spam it, and it had extra sprint built into it. So if you think about the Striker and the USAS being almost the same gun when it comes to effective ranges, except one you can run really far and the other one you can spam really fast, that's about how it works. In almost all situations, I really probably would just choose the Striker and spam the shit out of people with it, but the USAS does have its niche, and that's objective game types. And objective game types like Capture the Flag, Demolition, maybe Search and Destroy. I dominated one round of Search and Destroy, ran a huge lap all the way around this map, actually, took an odd path, and came up behind somebody and smoked them. It was great. Just cleaned out like half the team right there before somebody turned around and akimbo FMG9 me, which is a different story for a different day. you can use this gun. It is very effective. If you feel this gun's niche, which is the objective game type, run it all over the map, you can do pretty well. It's still not a good shotgun, so to speak, but when you get leveled up to extended mags and damage, it is usable. What I really don't like about it, it has a wonky feel. It shoots faster than the model, the Spaz, or the KSG, but it's slower than the Striker and the AA-12, and whereas the other pump action or bolt action shotguns, you would be like, poof, chick, chick, poof, chick, chick, and you would get a good feel for when the next shot is coming, and the other ones you could shoot so fast it wouldn't even matter. This one kind of has a wonky delay, so even though it shoots faster, I have a harder time estimating when my next shot is coming. So instead of actually going fully auto with this gun, I have a tendency to go semi-auto with it and just kind of shoot, like trigger tap. I'm probably shooting at around 80 RPM, which is about half of its normal. Well, that's all for the gameplay. I hope that you enjoyed it. 19 and 6, not bad. Drifter out.